Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. As much as analysts and rival fans criticize LeBron James, it is necessary to recognize that he is one of the greatest players in the NBA. Who at 40 plays like a young star and makes multiple triple-doubles? LeBron James is his name. With Anthony Davis injured, many fans were afraid of what the outcome of the match against the New York Knicks would be, and LeBron performed brilliantly and stellarly. So the MVP is back to playing everything he knows at the age of 40. Will LeBron James ask for a trade? Will he play with Stephen Curry on the Warriors? LeBron James could ask to go play for the Warriors, and Lakers continue renewing after exchanging LeBron James for Jonathan Kuminga and Tracy Jackson-Davis, who are two young people with the potential to be stars. After this crazy exchange between the Los Angeles Lakers and Dallas Mavericks, anything could happen in the NBA. It seems that the Lakers' interest is in renewing this squad and preparing for the future, and Luka Doncic will be this player who could have many years playing for the Lakers. As much as Doncic is a playmaker, a high-level star, he likes to keep the ball, and so does LeBron James. What could a deal for LeBron James to the Warriors look like? The Dallas Mavericks shocked everyone when they traded Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, and many people are still processing what happened. With the Lakers now having their player of the present and future, that leaves LeBron James in the middle of this. There are talks that the Lakers might not be done, and some think that James could be the next player that they want to trade. Will James, who is expected to play at least one more full NBA season and maybe longer, still want to retire as a Laker now, as has long been assumed? We don't know yet. All that said, the Lakers can't think twice about how James might react. Getting Doncic in this manner gives them a window to build a new, sustainable contender that seemed unimaginable a week ago, The Athletic's Sam Amick wrote. In the event that James wants to get traded, there's no other place he'd rather want to go than the Golden State Warriors. Last year, the Warriors reached out to see if James was available, and Rich Paul shut them down. Now, with Davis gone and the Lakers looking to go in a new direction, there's a chance they could ship James out if he wants. James has always talked about how he wants to play with Stephen Curry, and vice versa. The two were able to compete together during the summer in the Paris Olympics, and watching them on the floor together showed that if they ever played on the same NBA team, it would be a problem for the league. The one way James would get to the Warriors is if he waives his no-trade clause first, and the Warriors send the Lakers Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, and possibly Tracy Jackson-Davis. That would hurt the depth of the team, but when you have James and Curry on the same team, you figure out the other stuff later. Does Luka leaving the Lakers mean LeBron is out? The blockbuster trade between the Lakers and Mavericks involving Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis has shaken the NBA, raising questions about LeBron James' future in Los Angeles and Luka's health. Over his six-season NBA career with the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic averaged 28.6 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game. A five-time NBA All-Star, Doncic was named the NBA Rookie of the Year in 2019. Image credit, Eric Drost. While LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers were busy defeating the New York Knicks, Jeanie Buss and the Lakers front office were finalizing one of the most shocking trades in NBA history. The Lakers acquired Dallas Mavericks star Luka Doncic in exchange for All-NBA center Anthony Davis. At first glance, it's a lopsided trade that could position the Lakers for a post-LeBron future if Doncic extends or re-signs with Los Angeles. That's a big if. For now, the defending Western Conference champion Mavericks find themselves in an uncertain position without their starting point guard. But could the Mavericks emerge as long-term winners from this blockbuster? So where does that leave James and his future with the Lakers? Paul Pierce suggests Lakers trade LeBron James after Luka Doncic deal. The NBA world was in shock Saturday night when news broke that Luka Doncic had been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in a blockbuster deal involving Anthony Davis. Even Doncic himself reportedly had no idea this change would happen. According to Shams Charania, the deal was closed quietly, with LeBron James, Davis, and Doncic being blindsided by the negotiations. This deal materialized in the shadows, Charania said. LeBron James had no idea this would happen. Anthony Davis had no idea this would happen. I'm told Luka Doncic is still stunned by this trade. The Lakers got Doncic, along with Max Kleber and Markieff Morris, while the Mavericks received Davis, young guard Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. The Jazz also got involved as a third team, acquiring Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks. While Lakers fans celebrated the addition of a generational talent in Doncic, former NBA star Paul Pierce wasted no time in expressing his doubts about the new superstar duo. LeBron and Luka don't think it's appropriate, Pierce posted on X. They both need the ball badly. Trade Bron and Bronny to the Warriors, build around Luka, that's the only way to save the Lakers. LeBron James rumored to be committed to Lakers after Luka Doncic trade. Chris Haynes reported LeBron plans to remain in purple and gold through the deadline. He was shocked by the trade but has long admired Luka's game from afar. Now, the two will form one of the best duos in the NBA. Doncic gives LeBron a serious shot at contention. He just led the Mavericks to the NBA Finals in 2024 and has still not reached his prime. Sources: LeBron James intends to remain a member of the Lakers past the February 6 trade deadline, and the relationships behind the blockbuster Luka AD deal. Hashtag Haynes Briefs https://t.co/x7h7eq347pic.twitter.com/tmuybdx. Chris Haynes, at Crispy Haynes, February 2, 2025. James has roots in LA. He moved his entire family there and convinced the Lakers to draft his son. It should come as no shock he plans to leave the franchise. The trade improves the long-term prospects of the franchise and should have James excited for the present and future. LeBron still holds all the cards. If he wants out, the Lakers will trade him. It does him zero harm to see how this partnership with Doncic works in the short term. Los Angeles is in the playoff hunt and should remain competitive after adding one of the best players in the world. LeBron wants to end his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. The franchise only improved those odds with this trade. Luka Doncic is the ball handler the franchise has searched for to take pressure off James. Everything is lining up nicely and should keep LeBron happy as he continues to chase GOAT status. Lakers fans can breathe a sigh of relief. LeBron James plans to stay, and the franchise just traded for a superstar. The excitement should only build from here. There are 4 major reasons why the Los Angeles Lakers shockingly traded Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic. In one of the most shocking trades in NBA history, the Los Angeles Lakers made the bold decision to send Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Luka Doncic. For a franchise that has relied on Anthony Davis as its defensive anchor and co-star alongside LeBron James, parting ways with the All-NBA big man wasn't an easy call. However, several factors pushed the Lakers toward this blockbuster move, signaling a major shift in the team's long-term direction. Davis was in the midst of arguably his best season as a Laker, averaging 25.7 points and 11.9 rebounds per game while maintaining his status as one of the league's elite defenders. Yet, concerns over his long-term durability, the franchise's future beyond LeBron James, and the opportunity to acquire a 25-year-old perennial MVP candidate in Doncic forced the Lakers' hand. With the Western Conference as competitive as ever and LeBron at 40 years old, Los Angeles had to make a move that secured both immediate relevance and future stability. The trade wasn't about talent, it was about vision. The Lakers had concerns about whether Davis could be the true face of the franchise once LeBron retired, while Mavericks GM Nico Harrison made it clear he wanted a defensive-minded superstar to build around. With Doncic's conditioning becoming a growing concern in Dallas, both teams saw an opportunity to reshape their rosters, and it is apparent that the Slovenian star wasn't the one to initiate the trade and never requested a trade. Needless to say, we are still reeling from this massive trade, but it has to be known that the Lakers pulled the trigger knowing it would suit them better now and for the future. Here are the 4 biggest reasons the Lakers decided to pull the trigger on this historic deal. 1. Anthony Davis didn't prove himself as a leader. For all of his talent, Anthony Davis never fully embraced the role of being the Lakers' franchise leader. Despite being in his prime at 31 years old, Davis always played second fiddle to LeBron James, allowing the 4-time MVP to be the team's voice and emotional backbone. Even when LeBron missed time with injuries, the Lakers struggled under Davis's leadership, failing to maintain consistency despite his individual brilliance on both ends of the floor. The expectation when Davis arrived in Los Angeles in 2019 was that he would gradually take the torch from LeBron and become the undisputed face of the franchise. However, that transition never truly happened. It didn't help that Davis had a nonchalant demeanor and an apparent inconsistency in stepping up in crucial moments, along with some public trade comments that frustrated the Lakers organization. Ultimately, Davis simply didn't solidify himself as the guy in LA. The Lakers recognized this and saw an opportunity to swap him for Luka Doncic, a player who has already proven he can carry a team to the NBA Finals as its unquestioned leader. 2. Anthony Davis could request a trade after LeBron James retires. The Lakers were playing a dangerous waiting game with Davis. While he has remained committed to Los Angeles, there was always the looming possibility that he would request a trade once LeBron James retired. With James nearing the end of his career at age 40, the Lakers front office had to consider what Davis's future would look like if he were left to carry the franchise alone. Given his history of forcing his way out of New Orleans, the team had legitimate concerns that he might not stick around if the Lakers fell into a rebuild. Rather than risk losing Davis for a weaker return down the line, the Lakers capitalized on the opportunity to move him now for a generational talent like Luka Doncic. By trading Davis before he had the chance to request out, the Lakers took control of their own destiny. Instead of being held hostage by a potential trade demand, they reshaped their roster with a long-term vision in mind and can focus their timeline around Doncic. 3. Anthony Davis's injury-prone narrative. Injuries have always been a cloud hanging over Anthony Davis's career, and the Lakers had every reason to worry about his long-term reliability. Since joining the team in 2019, Davis has missed a staggering 180 regular season games. That means he has been unavailable for nearly 40% of all possible games, making it incredibly difficult for the Lakers to build long-term continuity. Davis has never played a full 82-game season in his career, and even in his healthiest campaigns, the most he managed was 76 last season and only managed at least 65 games played 5 times in 13 seasons. While he has played through injuries in the playoffs, his tendency to miss extended stretches during the regular season made it hard for the Lakers to rely on him as their long-term foundation. Moving on from Davis now ensures they don't get stuck in a situation where they are paying a max contract to an aging star who can't stay on the court. 4. Anthony Davis didn't want to play center. One of the most frustrating aspects of Davis's tenure in Los Angeles was his reluctance to play center full-time. While he thrived as a big man in the Lakers' 2020 championship run, he has consistently voiced his preference to play power forward and called for Rob Pelinka and Lakers management to acquire a center before the February 6 trade deadline. The Lakers even went out of their way to accommodate him, bringing in centers like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and most recently Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood, just to keep Davis happy. It hasn't worked since their championship season, and that has led to some frustration. As we covered in our previous article, Davis's refusal to embrace the center position may have ultimately soured the Lakers' front office. In today's NBA, the most dominant big men, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, all play the five when needed. The Lakers made it clear that they heard loud and clear what Davis said, but it ultimately did not go that way. The fact that Davis wasn't willing to do the same put an unnecessary strain on the team's roster construction.